Welcome back to Quinte Connection. Glad you're with us. As Executive Director of Volunteer Information Quinte, Brenda Snyder is with us talking more about Volunteer Week at the end of the month. So Brenda, so great to have you on again. Happy springtime. How's it been going so far this year?
It's been very good, incredibly busy. Lots of volunteers signing up and registering. So yeah, we've had a very successful first 3 months.
Do you find the word still getting out enough as to what VIQ does, what they do in the community, and how people can get involved on a volunteer front?
Interesting enough, yes, we're starting to see that uptake. Of course, our schools are promoting it, the college is promoting it. We now have added a new line on our volunteer registration form that asks where they heard of us. And it's right across the board. It is radio, it is newspaper, it is Google search, it is friends, it is school. So when you see it that broad, that means the word is finally getting out as to what we do. So yeah, we're very pleased with the results, and we're definitely seeing a huge intake post-COVID.
That's good to hear. Yeah, VIQ connects organizations in need of support with people in need of volunteer hours, or in many cases just time to fill their schedule. So overall in your database, Brenda, how many folks do you have in kind of the VIQ database that at one point have reached out wanting opportunities?
Yeah, over the course of time, I would say we probably have over 5,000 that have actually registered through us. We went live with the new database back in 2018. So there's been quite a few registered through us. We have 374 organizations that are registered with us. There's over 700 volunteer opportunities that are listed. We have 306 that are active as of Friday. So the great thing about it is that the organizations can post their volunteer listings, and as they fill them, they go in and they deactivate them. But if there's a need 6 months down the road, they go back in and activate them again. So it's quite user-friendly, both for the agencies and the volunteers to be able to search and post. Yeah.
Thanks, Brenda. Yeah, with an organization that you run as big and as broad as it is with far-reaching scope, is this unique to Quinte in terms of kind of a volunteer organization with such might and weight to it?
So there are volunteer centers all across Canada, but each volunteer center is a little bit different. We have about 18 to 20 different volunteer centers in Ontario, and we all run differently. Our organization is a volunteer and information center, so you have that dual piece as well, because we're also the 211 data provider. But where we do things quite a bit differently than a lot of the volunteer centers is that we hold one-on-one interviews. So volunteers register with us, and then we are able to meet with them. We do about 99% of them actually virtually now. So that's one of the big reasons I think there's such an uptake, because we now have evening meetings, and you can do that virtually. I can meet with somebody at 7 o'clock at night. Yeah. Our high school students don't have to try to get down to our office. I can meet with them virtually. So getting into that new technical age for us was huge. It's been a learning curve, I'm not going to lie. But it's been huge in changing the way that we do business. So they can interview in the comfort of their own home. They can do it at lunch, at work. We can pop on a quick virtual interview, and then we meet with them and actually take the time to make sure that where we're referring them really meets their needs based on their interests, their skill sets, their time availability, and the reason that they want to get involved, because that's changed over the years as well. Why people want to get involved in volunteering.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, let's walk through National Volunteer Week at the end of this month. What do you got plans for these days?
Well, this year we're doing mainly a virtual volunteer celebration. We're going to move our full volunteer celebration to September. We've had some changes within the organizations. We've had some changes that we want to do to our volunteer celebration. So we're moving it into the fall. One thing we found this time of year is incredibly busy with kids in school. There is proms, there is all kinds of things going on. Organizations are busy. Their intake at this time of year is also incredibly busy. So we're looking at moving everything to the fall for this year, and then revamping the whole project for next year. So we're going to do an online celebration where organizations will submit their volunteer appreciation thank yous, and we will highlight volunteers throughout the week.
Well, good for the update there, Brenda. Let's walk through Volunteer Information Quinny's big fundraiser, Dancing with the Stars Quinny. Big year again. Do you have a fundraising goal in mind?
We're hoping for $40,000. That is our fundraising goal. Yes, we've moved it back to the Empire Theatre. Mark Bashot and the team have opened the doors for us. So we're back at the Empire Theatre. We have 8 full teams with their dance instructors. They're practicing. They're getting their dance routines ready to go and lay it on the floor for May the 30th. So we're really excited.
Yeah, we've seen some teams kind of share a sneak peek of their dress rehearsals on Instagram and Facebook, which is always fun. So tickets still available, Brenda? Walk us through the date of this and kind of tickets and everything else like that.
So the date is May the 30th, Friday, May the 30th. Tickets can be purchased through the Empire Theatre site. They have a Ticketmaster site, so tickets can be purchased. They are handling all the ticket sales for us, which is fabulous on our end. But yeah, so come out, support your favorite dance team, and have some fun. There's some amazing dance routines that are going to be put down this year. So we're really excited. Every year the teams just bring more and more to the floor. So we're pretty excited, yeah.
As we wrap up here, Brenda, you briefly mentioned kind of your fundraising goal in mind. It's always billed as kind of the largest fundraiser for VIQ. How does that $40,000 really support you frontline?
It's huge. It is our major fundraiser. All of our funds are raised either through fundraising, grants, donations, or we do have a small membership fee for organizations, but the bulk of it is through our fundraisers and through grants and donations. So this is key. And this allows us the opportunity to be able to do what we do. So maintain our online database, recruit volunteers, interview volunteers, do follow up with agencies, work with agencies to assist them in their volunteer development, in their programming, work with our youth. We go into all our area high schools and speak to our grade 10 careers and civics. We go in and speak to them. We also hold volunteer fairs in the schools where students can come down and find out about the different organizations and group. We have anywhere from 20 to 30 organizations that will attend. So let's face it, youth are the future, right? There are future volunteers, and that's where we need to spend our time engaging our youth and giving them really good quality volunteer opportunities to ensure that they move on. That's the longevity of the programming. As you watch the news every day, programming is not going to diminish. It's only going to get stronger and require more support. So building a strong volunteer base, the opportunity for us to do follow-up as well. We work with the agencies and the volunteers to ensure that has been met, that match has been met and it's successful. If the agency needs more volunteers or needs questions about different volunteer programming or how to work with volunteers, we go in and we do workshops with them as well to help them build and develop a strong volunteer base.
Yeah, it takes a village to raise kids, and lots of opportunities through you and the team at VIQ. Once again, Brenda Snyder, thanks so much. Good luck with Dancing with the Stars and everything else. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.